What's up, brothers? I'm gonna sound like a bitch when I say this, but I feel it and I have to say it. I fucking hate my white collar job. I know if you're like a blue collar worker, you're gonna listen to this and you're gonna be like, what a bitch. And I am I am a bitch. Every person that has some shit to say about their white collar job is a bitch. But who cares? That being said, I'm an attorney. So basically my job is to solve other people's problems in order for me to make a living. Which, sounds pretty easy, but sometimes the workload is too much, and then you start forgetting things, you start forgetting deadlines and stuff, and then when you fuck up in a white collar job like mine, when you work for other people and you fuck up, those problems now become your problem. And it's fucking draining. Mentally, it's fucking draining. I know probably, blue collar workers could relate to this in some way. I don't know if you're a nurse or, I don't know, you do plumbing and stuff. If you fuck up, you make a problem for your client and now it's your problem. But I just wish I could make a living solving my own problems, not solving other people's problems, because in that case, if I fuck up, the only one affected is me, and I can deal with that. But if I fuck up right now, the main person that gets affected by it's my client, and that's just too stressful and it drains me, man. It fucking drains me. But yeah, I'm in a pretty privileged position right now because it's a white collar job. It's a fucking desk job, I just do spreadsheets, I draft contracts, I play with numbers, and that's it. That's basically it. I do some counseling too, but that's actually the part I enjoy the most. But yeah, I do need to change my life a little bit, but that's also a thing I want to talk about. Like, we're so infected with like a grinding mindset, or like getting out of the matrix mindset. But that's not a real thing. Like, most people are gonna have white collar jobs, blue collar jobs, and they're gonna work those jobs for their whole life, and that's fine. That's how society sustains itself, with those kinds of people. But sometimes a brother needs a break, man. I do feel like I need a break or a change, and it's fine. There's times where you do need to make a change, and if I don't make a change, that's gonna be fine. My life's gonna be the same. Nothing's gonna change much. But that's when you have to put it on a scale and see if you want to make a big change and actually change your life entirely, or you just want to keep yourself in the comfort zone, which is a thing I was talking about in the previous video. And I sometimes do just want to quit and see what happens. Honestly, just quit and see how I react to it. How do I react on those situations where there's no security or comfort left? And I think that's something all of us could benefit from, just the insecurity or the discomfort or not knowing what's going to happen. I feel like that's when your real character shows up. And I'm really thinking about it, and I shouldn't be just thinking about it. I should be doing something about it. And I'm passively doing like trying to do things about it. Like I'm like interviewing and stuff for other jobs, but we'll see what happens. But right now, just my job is fucking consuming my mind and my mental health. And you know, I'm self-conscious enough to know that I'm just being a bitch. And I know us guys can say that and we're fine with it, but like women are a bit more like, I don't know how to say it, but I think we men can just tell ourselves that we're being bitches and that we should just get the work done. And we don't like to complain about our job. And you know, when you complain to, for example, your girlfriend, or I don't know, your mom or your sister or whatever, their main reaction is to say, oh, it's fine, you know, we all have those days and it's fine that you're basically being a bitch about it. Like if you tell these things to your friends, to your male friends, they're gonna be like, come on, man, like man the fuck up and find a way to solve the problems. And I think that's the type of advice that us men react better to. And that's what I tell myself, like, stop being a bitch. There's a way to solve things. And there's always a way to solve things. And right now, as I'm thinking about the problems I have at work, I know there's like ways to solve the problems, and just like lay back and think a little bit and just make it happen. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm just gonna... Sorry, the video cut up. I don't know why. But as I was saying, there's always a way to solve problems. And if you can't solve the problem, the worst thing that can happen is you get fired, which in my case right now, that's basically what I want. You know, I don't want to get fired. I want to quit. I want to leave with a good image. But that's basically it. Like, that's the worst that can happen, and that's basically the outcome I want. So obviously I'm not gonna try and fuck everything up for people that trust me, you know, my clients. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna show some accountability and solve the problems, and that's it. But if you're like in a similar situation as I am, you know, you're not as happy with your job and you don't have like any debts. I don't know if that's the correct word to use, but like you don't have any problems you have to solve and you're not happy, just quit. Like, if nothing's stopping you, and if the only affected person is going to be you might as well just quit and start doing what you actually like, what you actually enjoy. And like I said previously, I know that's not like a realistic approach. Not everyone's gonna be able to do what they actually enjoy, but we can all try and see what happens. And at least by trying, like, if you try, you're not gonna sit there and wonder what would have happened if you tried, you know. That's the least we can do. It's just try and get the life that we really want. And that's kind of basically what I'm doing with these videos, because, you know, obviously like having a job making videos and just living and talking shit to a camera sounds way better than being an attorney and solving problems for other people. It's not like that's my goal, because like I said, I'm realistic with everything I do, but at least I'm trying. And maybe this could like reach your head and you can use it as like inspiration. Maybe everybody has different dreams, but like, you know, you know, if you're like in a job you don't like you can't lie to yourself, and you know that you'd be way happier if you were doing what you actually enjoyed, which is that's kind of redundant to say, it's obvious, but you should just fucking try and see what doing what you actually enjoy, like, see how far it can take you, because you never know. Like, again, sounds so cliche and cringe, but if you never try, you'll never know, like Coldplay says. And I'm actually trying, because if I have to keep working this white collar job, I'm gonna keep doing it. That's fine, because that's what real men do. I'm kidding, but you know, I'm gonna be fine if I keep doing this. You know, I know I'm really blessed and I have a good job, but that doesn't mean that job makes me, you know, happy. So I'm gonna keep trying and see where it takes me. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to say. I have like 2 other videos that I recorded, but I said some really dumb shit that I don't know if I should keep it on the video. So I just have to edit it a little bit, and that's gonna be it. But yeah, I hope this video helps you or motivates you to do something different with your life, or do something that you actually enjoy, and just changes the whole perspective about yourself, about your life, about what you do, and you know, changes the way you see yourself. I think that's the most important part. Like, right now at my job, I know I'm helpful to people. I know I'm a good attorney. I know that. But I feel like there's a purpose in me that's been like asleep for, I mean, since I've been an attorney for 5 years now. So, and when I do these kinds of videos and I get like a comment saying nice video, keep it up, like that gives me a better feeling than when a client tells me like, good job, thank you for helping me. And I don't know if that's a good thing, but I don't care if it's a good thing. I want to keep like chasing that feeling about getting a good comment on a video I made, because that means I'm actually like making someone's day, or like someone's finding inspiration in what I'm saying. And I think that's one of the best feelings in the world. Like, my past video got like 3 positive comments. That's the most I've gotten in any video I've made, and it felt really good, in spite of just having like 35 views or something. That to me felt like having like a million views on a video. But yeah, that's it. I have to keep driving, or else I'm gonna crash. So I'll talk to you soon, brothers. Take care.